Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Oh Hell Yeah. I'm Eddie Del Seppi.
And I'm Brent Flyberg.
We're here, we're peers.
Get used to it.
We're here in Spider House Rules Studios.
Yes, we are.
Oh man, what a nice hot day.
It is hot, but it's nice and cool here in Spider House Studios.
It's getting to the point now where I'm kind of like, I was just thinking about this, like, if you don't believe in climate change at this point, man, what is it gonna take?
They've decided they're never gonna.
It's invariably getting hotter.
Yeah. I think that the what I have heard most as a response is like the planet gets hotter, it gets colder. It's like the stock market, baby.
Ups and downs.
Yeah, ups and downs.
And then you're like, there's money in the stock market? I don't have any money in the stock market. It's getting to the point like I'm seeing videos of people's like, my shoes are melting.
Oh God.
Like I'm sure there's guys are like climate change deniers that are like walking in a parking lot. Their fucking Skechers are just like melting on the floor. And what are they just saying? Like Chinese crap.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Freaking China's fault for sure.
A bird's like on fire, floating. Like well, probably a smoker.
Anyways, gas up the F-750. We got to roll.
Would you ever go full electric car?
Yes, but not in my current living situation. Because like my parents have an electric car, and I think it's great if you live in the suburbs and you can hook up the electrical thing so that you can plug it in at your house,
right?
Which they can do because then they're never driving more than 250 miles,
nor should they.
Yeah, nor should anyone, frankly.
No, I mean if you're over the age of 65 and you're driving a lot, you're like.
Yeah, chill out.
Well,
just chill out.
The Home Depot will be there tomorrow. Just stay home and relax.
I promise you this. After 65, you won't see me behind the wheel. That's because there will be various law enforcement agencies that step in and say that I'm not allowed to anymore. But
right. I think for a second car, electric would be good. But I'm never a doomsday guy. I'm never like, oh man, we got to stock up on water and like, get a gun or whatever people do for their earthquake kits or whatever. But I will say there is something about like, because there was a but the power was out in our place for like maybe 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Today?
No, when was it? It was yesterday. And it's just that sound. The AC goes down, the TV's off, the Wi-Fi's done. You're just like, Alexa,
bring back power.
Alexa. Just like a lost child. Where are you, Alexa?
Where are you?
And I'm just looking at my phone like, 10%. Should have charged it. God, I hope it comes back. And then after like 5 minutes, I'm like getting a little worried. Like, do I need to like...
buy a gun?
Yeah. Do I need to kill my neighbor? And
do I need to drive to Burbank right now to buy a gun?
Do I need to like hoard water and... choke out the first person I see in the street for gold or some sort of precious metal?
Yeah, you do.
What would I do if what are we gonna do? Do we still podcast if the world gets collapsed?
That's a great question. Oh boy, I mean, at that point it becomes like a beacon for hope. You know, we're putting out a signal that hey, somewhere out there's still a couple of dudes in a garage just riffing.
The world needs laughter.
It's like Good Morning Vietnam, but here.
So what's new in Brentland?
Hold on, I got a question. I'm guessing you would never go out and buy a gun.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Would you? But let's say you inherit a gun. Let's say you have an uncle you don't even know about. He dies. He leaves you guns. What are you doing with them?
I don't know. What do I do with a gun? I don't know if I'd want it in...
Right? I don't know if I wanted my... This is a serious question that I have because there's a chance that when one of my grandfathers passes that I inherit a gun or two. And I'm like, what do I sell it? Well, I don't want to be an arms dealer.
No.
But it's like it's depending on how old it is it like an heirloom? Do I hold on to it as like a historical thing?
Do you put it on the wall like it's a musket or some sort of like oh, it's my grandfather's gun?
Do I mount it on my wall next to my Ken Griffey Jr. poster?
Both have guns.
Yeah, both have guns.
His was in the outfield.
Yep.
Great arm. Jay Buhner's a better gun. But
sure.
I mean, that's a good one. Let me think. If I inherited a bunch of guns, or at least one or two, what would I do? And I don't want everyone to think, oh, you liberal losers, you don't want to, it's the Second Amendment, you don't want to like, no, it's just that
It's more of a logistics question than anything else.
Here's the thing, okay? I do live in a house, and sometimes I think like, oh, I should have a bat. Like,
yeah.
but then you start thinking like, well, what if they have more than a bat? Maybe I need a pistol.
Maybe a pistol. Maybe a stun gun.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I think if I'm going to defend my house, I want something more. I want like a crossbow. Wouldn't a crossbow be crazy?
Crossbow would be so crazy.
That'd be kind of...
At least a gun, like a handgun, you're like, well, it doesn't take up a lot of space.
Yeah.
But a crossbow, you got to have bows. That's going to take up some space.
I think a crossbow would be kind of nice to have at the house. I mean, not even a crossbow, but just like
it'd be sick to have a crossbow for sure.
No, but how about what's a regular bow? What's that?
A compound bow?
A compound bow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool to have.
That would be pretty cool to have.
What are some other... How about this? Okay. If I want to defend my house, I don't want a bat, but I don't want to get a firearm. I want something in the middle that's terrifying to see, but also confusing.
Oh, I see.
So when a perpetrator comes over my house, they'll be like, oh my
There's
God.
the initial shock of like, what the fuck is this?
Oh my God, he's got a lance.
Yeah. Oh, or a flail.
What's that?
Like it's like a spiky ball attached to a stick.
That's what I was thinking. What is a lance?
A lance is just like a long kind of a spear thing.
Also,
that's what they joust with, you know?
Oh,
they're poking you use it to poke a guy off a horse.
Oh, yeah. Lances. Good for poking men. Backstreet Boys. Lance Bass.
Hey, come on.
He seems like a nice guy, that Lance Bass.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Okay, so what is it called again?
A flail.
Flail. Yeah. Imagine, okay, you're breaking some guys, and then I just come at you with a flail?
Yeah.
Like
the thinking man's nunchucks, the flail.
Just a ball, a metal spiked ball on a stick. You'd be like, what is that? And then bang.
And then bang, you're done, dude. Wow. Sorry, you're not stealing any of my TVs to pawn for fentanyl.
How about this, okay? This is what I should have next to my bed instead of a bat or firearm. How about a perpetrator comes over, he tries to steal something, and I run at him with a rubber fist.
A rubber fist. Like one that came out of your ass.
Just like something you'd find in one of those, like an adult sex shop.
Yeah.
So I'm running at him with a rubber fist.
That would be very good. You would, man.
And then he's like, "Is that a rubber fist?" And the next thing you know, he's getting punched by a rubber fist.
You're getting karate chopped by a rubber fist across the neck. Yeah, dude, that guy doesn't have a chance.
If you saw a guy come at you with a rubber fist, you'd be like, "What?" And then you'd wake up in the hospital.
Yeah, that's it.
And then you tell people like, "What happened to you? I got punched out by a rubber fist." Like,
this guy was clearly on drugs.
Just another closeted guy.
Yeah.
trying to explain what happened to him last night.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know. I have fired a gun before.
A 22 or a handgun or
a SAW, squad automatic weapon.
Whoa.
Oops.
Whoa.
Oops.
Where did you even? Wait. Let me guess. Rural Canada.
No. You think I'm in a rural Canada?
Well, I know you've been out there to do shows.
I'm just looking at guys wearing Carhartt and going like, nice. Vintage? Like, it's I wear it to work every day.
Whoa, those are really great fades. I bet you paid a premium for that.
I would wear it to work too. I work on stage. No, I was in an army movie. I was in a.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and I went to had a boot camp, and I went to we had a gun wrangler who was like assigned us a certain gun, and I had the SAW, squad automatic weapon. It was like a big machine gun that had a big ammo box.
So you were shooting like a real We're recording. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, what the?
You were shooting like a World War II era.
No. This was like something you'd seen in Afghanistan.
Okay. Was this war movie? What year did it take place?
It took place in Afghanistan.
Oh, okay. For whatever reason, I thought it was like
post 9/11,
like a World War II thing.
Yeah, and my name was Sergeant Pena, Pena.
Pena. Sergeant Pena.
It's Hispanic. Pena. Not Pena pasta. Pena. But anyway, it was a big, and I was a small guy on the squad, and then I had the biggest gun.
Hell yeah!
And when you fire it, I remember walking into the gun range and hearing it was just like alarming.
Where was the gun range?
It was somewhere in Canada.
Okay.
And then I remember going into like the room where you fire, and you had to have headphones on and goggles and stuff like that. And they kind of just threw us in the deep end. It was a non-union film.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, just him telling me, don't be alarmed at the kickback.
Okay, yeah.
Like, okay. And dude, this thing, it like bruised my shoulder.
And you were alarmed by the kickback.
I was like, oh, because I'm firing it like it's not a gun.
Sure, yeah.
I'm just going like this.
Yeah, you're like a laser tag. Pew 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 pew.
Like it's a controller. But I mean,
when does the dog come out and laugh at me?
You're supposed to like really brace yourself.
Yeah,
you're going like that. But I'm just like that.
mm-hmm.
And it just like went boom like that. And it's like it was so loud and it was so heavy. I lost like I think 10 pounds.
Just carrying the thing around.
And I'm always like in the gear and never supposed to take it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have any insight into why they chose you for the biggest, like how they chose which actor got which gun?
Well, in the script, he was like the comedic sort of relief. And I was like, I'm a comedian now. I remember doing my audition. And then they just chose me. But I will say it was a fun time. It was like we stayed in this haunted nun commune. That was our like our lodgings. And it was like haunted.
Damn.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And on the last day, I ended up sleeping with a makeup chick.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. So you handled that big gun. What else can you handle?
Yeah.
Can you handle these guns?
Wow.
I was like, wow.
Wow.
I never knew the whole film. You were into me. Oh, man.
Well, she had so much time to just stare at your face.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. Never saw her again. Tried to.
She was a ghost, actually.
she
was one of the ghosts at the nun. Yeah, she was a 90-year-old nun, but she was smoking hot.
Also, I've never spoken about this before, but we had a guy who was a locations manager who was like there to like. No, transport. He had like a Sprinter van, and he was supposed to take us from location to location to location. He would just hang out.
Yeah.
It was like this older Indian guy, and he actually stayed in the commune with us, along with crew and stuff like that. The director and the producers stayed at a hotel close by, but we all stayed in this huge commune. Anyway,
Sleep bunk beds or
bunk beds, single room, like two double beds in a room. And dude, I remember it was like summer camp, and I remember at night. One day, I was like, "Oh, my shoulder hurts," because all of us were in pain because we're carrying guns, gear. All of us were like,
you're
full
at war.
tactical. We're at war on film. The only way I will be at war, unless it's online. With trolls.
Or who knows after this election?
Yeah. I go to Canada. We should zoom from Canada. But I never forgot this, but I never spoke about it. One day he was like, I was like, "Oh, my shoulder's sore." He goes, "Let me see." I go, "What? Come here. Don't run. Let me see." And like, he started massaging my shoulder.
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh, wow. Don't worry. It's painful. Take off your shirt."
Okay.
I go, "Take off your shirt." Okay. Tiger Bomb. And then I told the other guys about like, he just rubbed my shoulder down. And I feel better. He rubbed us all down.
What?
It was 8 of us. At one point, we were like waiting as he rubbed one of us down and then took turns. And it never occurred to me that this was homoerotic.
You got to do what you got to do when you're at war. It's nothing's gay in that scenario.
No. If a single closeted brown man who's in his late 60s wants to rub down a bunch of young boys,
and it sounds like he was providing some comfort.
There was nothing
malicious
behind it. He didn't do it. He was just like, he didn't like whisper.
No one got a rub down that they didn't consent to.
No.
So I think everything's above board.
Everything was behind the back. Nothing. He didn't flip me over and be like, "Oh,
okay.
Nothing. It was 100% therapeutic. I think
this is a win-win, is what I'm hearing.
All I'm saying, Raj, you got some strong hands. He rubbed down 8 boys. And all of us were like really, really knotted up. Boys, I use that loosely. I was 21.
Yeah. But Raj, a boy.
Yeah, comparatively.
Yeah.
But he rubbed down 8 men, 8 young men in their prime.
Damn, one of the best jobs he's ever had.
He's just like, oh, wow.
Yeah, he's telling somebody this story right now. Dude, you wouldn't believe it. I'm out there. There's 8 of the hottest boys you've ever seen. They've all got muscle sores. I'm there with my strong hands.
I remember, was his shirt off? I think his shirt was.
Now that
no, he wore a wife beater.
Okay. Okay.
It was hot.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
In many ways that you can think of. Anyway, how's your dating life?
Yeah, pretty good,
Comparatively.
Not bad. Yeah.
Some new sneaks.
I did. I got new shoes. Shout out to my mom. She sent me these for my birthday.
When was your
Shout
birthday?
out to Tanya. It's in a couple weeks.
Is it?
Yeah.
What day is that? What day is your birthday?
August 20th.
20th. Okay.
It's a Tuesday.
Oof. Do I?
You don't have to do anything.
No, but like the 19th, right? We're recording again.
Yeah, I suppose we are.
So I guess I'll buy you a burger or something.
Ooh, that's exciting for me. The Burger Prince, the Chicken Wing King, the Clean Cut Slob.
You put that in your Instagram bio.
I did. It was, dude. As soon as I heard it, I was like, I gotta do something with that. You pegged me. You're cold blooded. You're the CBP strikes again.
If you're wondering what we're talking about, if you didn't watch last episode, and a lot of you didn't, my whole life. If I can really describe another man, if I see a guy who I can take, who's, in many ways mentally weaker than me, I'll peg him.
He's gonna peg it.
I will pounce and peg.
He's gonna size you up. Peg.
You won't even see it coming. I will peg you, and it'll stick, and you'll remember for the rest of your life.
And then you'll say, thank you.
You really pegged me, that guy.
You really pegged me.
Man, that guy's a cold-blooded pegger.
Cold-blooded pegger.
Also, you're the Salvation Army mannequin. What did I call you?
Oh, Goodwill mannequin.
Goodwill mannequin.
Yeah, that's pretty good too. Yeah.
Like, oh, that looks good. The hands don't match. I think there's a big stain on that shirt. It looked good from afar.
But it's like a nice shirt. But
there's a huge blood stain.
Pretty messy. Yeah.
What else is new? What's going on? What's happening?
Well, Eddie, I think you'll be interested to hear this. It's not gonna. This is not. Don't get too excited.
Okay, first of all, I want everyone to know that I live vicariously through you.
This is not dating related.
But I live vicariously through you. I'm engaged. I'm about to be married. Part of the big allure for me was that you were single, out there, probably raw dogging it. I can only dream. That's what I tell my fiance. He's raw dogging.
You're raw dogging it.
He's raw dogging out there. He's like, what? Like, why didn't you tell me this? We're having dinner at a nice sushi restaurant. But I'm just saying, like, this is raw, and fuck, Brent's going raw.
Yeah.
But anyhow, I do live through you. So when you bring up a dating story, which this is not, but if it is, it'll make me very happy.
Yeah. I think I bought a fake watch on eBay.
What?
Yeah. Well,
Are you wearing it?
No, I'm not wearing it. This one's real.
Okay.
But I've been looking for an old Seiko, like a vintage Seiko automatic watch, and there's a million of them because they made a million of them. But there's also a million fake ones, and I bought one on eBay. And then as soon as I saw that it was being shipped from Pakistan, I was like, I got a fake watch. I got taken for a ride. But who knows? Maybe it'll look nice.
Has it come in the mail yet?
Not yet. They have a 10-day return policy, so
Do they really?
I'll probably send it back.
They're gonna delete their account.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna be there.
They're not even gonna hurt you.
Yeah. But I mean, I didn't pay a lot, which should have been my first clue. Look, if something's too good to be true, it's because it is.
Why? I'm a little shocked you didn't consult me through this. A little.
Maybe I will in the future.
I could have directed you to so many places to get a properly serviceable watch.
We'll talk about this off air, but I do love
want
Seiko,
this Japan, great movements.
Yeah,
I would go for entry level Swiss Tissot.
The price point on a Tissot is a little too high for me.
A little too high. I'd even go Timex.
I did see a nice Timex automatic on Depop that I might pull the trigger on if I don't like this fake one that comes in the mail.
I was just thinking about this. So we often perform at a show called Totally Comedy Show
every Wednesday
at Bar Lubitsch in West Hollywood. Also, we'll be in San Diego
October 25th.
Yeah, with some more dates coming up. So the show we're gonna do. It's headlined by Ashley Heseltine, who is very, very, very funny, very, very successful podcaster for Girls Gotta Eat podcast. And we're noticing a lot of women are going to come to the show. And by the time this airs, the show will already happen. And you host the show. And I was thinking, like, now I don't know if I'm living through you. I don't quite understand what's happening with me because I want you to, like, pick up the hottest woman there.
And so you can watch?
No. I just want to watch up until you guys both get into the Uber, and after that,
then it's all in your imagination.
I can take it from here. I can
things are
oh,
yeah.
there he goes. Oh, he's touching her there. Oh, no. Get out of my Uber. Stop fooling around, you crazy kids. Like, I'm just, I can take it from there.
In this imagined version, I get kicked out of an Uber again?
No, but you're fooling around too much in the Uber. But as a guy who is in a relationship, I can't help but root for you as a single guy.
Oh, thank you.
But I'm the opposite of a cock block.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I build up my friends so they can pick up.
Yeah.
So if any woman walks by us,
Sure.
I'll do this. Hey, it's Big Dick Brent. Hey.
He's really subtle about it. That's what I like about the way of his wingman skills.
Like, hey, man, so your ex is, so you guys broke up because she had to work in Milan? Models, huh? You got to stop dating models, man.
Do you think that would be helpful?
And then I just look at you like this.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Hey, man, you got to stop dating models. You only date hot women. They're breaking your heart.
You're too kind for them.
Yeah, nice guys do finish last, especially the ones that date models. I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we've all dealt with the guy that is a cock blocking kind of
yeah,
guy that's, makes fun of you in front of a woman or like kind of like gives you a hard time just to show that they're one up on you in front of the woman. Like it's this weird kind of like primal like Discovery Channel shit where it's like, oh, the one male shows weakness of the other male to impress the female. Like even when I was single, I never liked that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I was just thinking about, I've never been a particularly good wingman. I'm not an intentional cock blocker.
You are a chicken wingman.
I'm a chicken wingman.
I'm a great wingman.
Me, I am often just kind of not thinking about it. Like I've definitely cock blocked, but not on purpose. Like just kind of being myself.
Right.
Like one time my friend and I were in line for this bar, and he started kind of like flirting with this young lady in line in front of us. And at one point she's like, "What are you all about?" And he just turns to me and he's like, "I don't know. You tell her. What am I all about?" And I go, "I don't know. Fitness."
Nice.
And she laughed in our faces. And he still brings it up. He'll be like, "I can't believe you said fitness." And I'm like, I know. It's just, man, I don't know.
This is how good of a wingman I am. Okay. I'm the kind of guy that if my buddy is about to hook up with someone, a beautiful woman or anyone really, if you were like, "Hey man, can you drive us back to her place?" I'm driving you.
Okay.
And if you're like, go in the back seat, I'll just like rear view mirror and watch you fool around with her.
Well then, okay. In that regard, maybe I have become a better wingman because I got a story for you, Eddie. This happened not that long ago. I was hanging out with a friend, and he had met a young lady a few days before, and they'd been texting, and they'd gone on a couple dates, and her friend was in town, and we were at a concert, and she was like, "Okay, come hang out with us. Bring a friend for my friend. We're gonna ride the ducks at Echo Park Lake.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
meet us out there. Yeah, the Swans. Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. And then we find out her friend is puking off the ducks. So I'm already like, all right, I'm here to wrangle. We go meet up with them. She's a character. This person who I'm sort of babysitting. She's got two phone backgrounds on her phone. One of them is Captain Morgan, and the other is Donald Trump, who she refers to as her two boyfriends. We go to a bar. She orders a Captain Morgan and Diet Coke. We're at a bar that does not have liquor, so she says, never mind. She goes outside, pulls a pint of Captain Morgan out of her pants.
Oh, my God.
And her friend pulls a bottle of Diet Coke out of her pants. They mix them up.
And she just drapes herself with an American flag and just takes a swig.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. So we hang out for a little while, and then we're like, let's go back to her place. We go to my friend's kind of date's house, and I am just entertaining this woman in the living room for a while. At one point, the roommate comes home. A third person comes home, and they're like, we're going to go get beers. And then they leave, and then it's like somebody's brother is there, and they start doing coke. And this whole time, my friend is hooking up in the other room.
Oh, wow.
And I'm just kind of in the living room like, hey guys, what's up? They're like, oh, you're a comedian? Do you know Tom Segura? I'm like, I met him one time.
Wow. Have you been on Kill Tony?
Yeah.
No, I just hear some guy pounding it out in the next room.
Yeah. Then it gets a little crazier because then he comes out and he goes, he's just like, we gotta go. I'm like, what? And well, he doesn't say we gotta go. He's just like, come here for a second. Come here. And I'm like, okay. And I clearly distraught. And we go outside and he's like, dude, I don't know what happened. She got really weird in there. She started calling me a piece of shit. At one point she said she should kill me.
Oh my God.
I guess she wanted him to stay the night and he was like, I can't. I got stuff to do in the morning. And she was like, you fucking piece of shit. I'm gonna kill you.
God.
And he said, what? And she said, what do you mean? And he said, do you not remember all that stuff you just said? And she said, no. And so he repeated it to her. And she said, I won't deny it because it does sound like something I'd say.
Oh
and then he
God.
was like, I gotta go.
God, maybe I'm so glad I'm not single anymore.
See, yeah, that's the unglamorous part about not being single is sometimes you're just hanging out in a living room with a strange person so that your friend can have sex.
See, here's the thing. When you're a single guy like yourself, you're living this lifestyle of like, my buddy's in the next room hooking up with another girl. I'm over here talking to another girl. They end up fighting. We end up leaving. Oh, what a wild night, you know? To you, that's like, to me, I'm at that point now where this happened today, where you find the joys of certain things. Like my girlfriend dragged me to the Home Depot Garden Center to buy mulch and other plants for the house. And then she suddenly has to go to the bathroom. I go, I have to go home and use the bathroom. We have to leave right away. The joy I had that we left the Home Depot early, nothing beats that. Nothing beats when you get dragged to a store and she's like, I gotta go. I'm going to have diarrhea. I'm like, let's go home.
Oh, God. Oh, she'll never listen to this, right?
Nothing beats that. Oh, my God. If I get dragged to a West Elm and she's like, oh my God, I gotta go home. I gotta shit my brains out. Like, let's go home, baby.
You're gonna start setting her up. Like, we gotta go to Home Depot. Okay, but first I gotta eat. Here's the spiciest food I can make.
Yeah, look away. Just droplets of make her shit her brains out. You find those little joys in life, man. Yeah. You're just like, oh, we gotta leave early because you gotta shit your brains out. Oh, but I wanted to walk around here.
Oh, but I wasn't done at Home Depot.
Oh, I wanted to look around.
I wanted to smell the fresh cut wood.
I want to be asked what type of clovers we should sprinkle in the grass.
I wanted to look at 4 identical shades of the same color and try to pick one.
Babe, we have to go home, but I want to look at patio furniture. So that happened this weekend. I was like, oh, that feels so good. And if you'd have told me that as a single man, I'm like, well, why did you go in the first place? Like, you don't get it, man.
Yeah.
You don't get it. So you bought a fake watch.
Bought a fake watch.
The Olympics, anything? Watching any Olympic stuff?
No, not at all. I think that one of the nice things about it being in France is it's in the time zone where sometimes you're out at night and it's on at a bar. So I saw Simone Biles win a gold medal.
She's a little person.
Yeah, she is a teeny tiny little. Freak has negative connotations, but athletic freak.
Athletic freak, which goes to my conclusion. If you're at a certain height, you should be able to flip.
You should be able to flip. Now that we've seen what Simone Biles can do, yeah. If you're under 5, especially if you're under 5 foot, and I can see her do like 4 backflips, you can't do 1.
Yeah.
What's your freaking problem?
What was going viral? Obviously the gun guy.
The gun guy. Yeah.
The Turkish gun guy.
Our hero.
Hand in pocket.
Hand in the pocket. That's such a move.
It's hand in the pocket, no protective eyewear, just stone face, just bang. And he looked young enough to be a young dad, but old enough to be he got
that son of salt and pepper hair. He could be anywhere between 29 and 60. Yeah. I don't know.
Then there was that French pole vaulter that got his dong stuck on the top.
Oh no, I didn't see that. Like got his dong stuck on the pole or on the thing he was trying to
look it up. It's on Instagram. Just type in pole vaulter, pole vault. How is it? Pole vault.
Pole.
Oh yeah, there's. Oh yeah, here it is. Ready?
Yeah, let me see this shit.
So I'm gonna take the volume off.
Yeah.
So you got this guy. The French guy goes over, and then he gets, ooh.
Oh. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. That could have been way worse. He just kind of got his dong stuck on the on the ball on the bar. You go over. I thought he came down like
no
straight
no,
because I feel like I've seen a video of that.
But his piece wrapped around it.
Yeah,
like,
it really did.
Like those snap. You know what it wrapped around? Remember when we were a kid? Those
like a snap bracelet,
just like those snap bracelets, just wrapped around the pole.
Around the pole and then snapped back up. Yeah, it could not have felt good.
And everybody was looking at that, being like, "Oh my God!" And all I could think was like, I guess to avoid that, what do? You just do a cold plunge before you do a pole vault?
I don't tuck. You got to tuck.
Tuck it back.
He's going to drag queens to learn how to tuck before he pole vaults.
How do you tuck, guys?
Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah. Cheat on your wife? No, I'm a pole vaulter. Is that what you call it? I'm not really watching that much. Here's the thing I will say is that you can't help but be patriotic, even though I'm a new American. There is something about being kind of like this sort of every 4-year spectator of the Olympics, where you start getting into sports that you didn't know existed.
Yeah.
Like I'm watching handball.
You're watching handball?
Just getting angry.
Yeah.
You're like, seriously? Wow. Oh, no. No, you call that a shot.
You're calling that out of bounds? You don't even know the rules.
I don't
even know
like
this ref's out of his fucking mind.
This is what happens when the U.S. is doesn't want to play.
They don't invest. They don't invest.
They don't want to play as a team. They're out there for themselves. These handball players.
This Rob Christensen's always been a loose cannon, and we all know it. You just learned his name yesterday. He's been a loose cannon. He's like the Blake Griffin of this team.
Yeah, he's out there partying is what he's doing. Yeah. So you get so into it. But I will say, my girlfriend loves gymnastics. I think most girls do. Mm-hmm. It is kind of funny that the women's gymnastics, they have these sequins little like onesies, and then us guys, the guys just have pajamas with the footsies in them.
Yeah, pretty funny.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Little feet.
How come, is there a rule against the guys being shirtless? That'd be funny if they were just in like basketball shorts and no shirt.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's like an aerodynamic thing.
It's gotta be.
Yeah, you gotta wear like a leotard.
But what's more aerodynamic than no shirt?
Which sounds kind of like a slur. Leotard.
Leotard? Yeah, I don't feel great saying it.
Look at this leotard.
Yeah, it feels wrong.
Can we say leotard no more?
Yeah. Well, the freaking PC police say I can't say leotard anymore. It's my favorite garment.
I think anything "ard" you can't. It sounds almost derogatory.
Yeah. Anything that ends in
there's the obvious the R one.
Hard is.
But then there's tardy. I was like, what are you trying to say?
Yeah, I mean, but at that point, just say late.
Leotard.
What are you, the school marm? What are you, the nun who runs the school? Don't say tardy, just say late.
Yeah. Or I guess you can say mustard.
Mustard. Well, but if you're putting that much stank on the second syllable, again, what are you doing?
Look at this musty tard. Mustard. Does it mean he stinks? What does that mean?
No, it means he's French and he has jaundice.
So I'm watching the Olympic stuff. Obviously, it's been it's key camp. But here's the thing: it's coming to LA soon.
Yeah, I'm not excited about it. Are you?
I don't know how I feel about it
because it's like, am I going to an event? Probably not.
I'm going to be dragged to an event.
You think so?
I'm for sure going to be dragged to an event.
What Courtney's going to be like? We got to see the pole vault.
No, it's gonna be gymnastics for sure.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking a pommel horse.
The way she put it was interesting because she's like, when am I ever gonna get a chance to see the Olympics?
Sure, live.
I
guess this is your only chance, but I would argue.
But if you want to go to say next year's like in some other country, you have to fly there.
Yeah,
put yourself up. I mean, it is an excuse to like see another part of the world, but it's gonna be a lot more money.
Yeah.
Or you could put that. But let's just say you want to watch women's gymnastics or like tennis or something. Yeah. It's gonna cost $1,000 a ticket. But you're like, well, if I went to go to like Tokyo 4 years ago or whatever,
it'd be 10 grand at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how much I think it'll really depend on if I can get a free ticket to an event, then I'll definitely go.
Here's the problem: is that there's so many like people want to be seen in LA. That's the problem.
It's gonna be hard. But maybe by then this podcast is so big.
We'll be doing it live from the Olympics.
That an Olympic athlete demands that we're there, and they get their agent to talk to our agents who we haven't met yet. Or I don't have one anyways. And then we get into the Olympics, and then we're taking pictures with whoever the next Simone Biles is.
But as a
maybe I'm dating an Olympian by then. Who knows?
Ooh, I can see that. I
would love that.
Who would be the ideal? I mean, if I could pick
hurdler.
Really?
Yeah.
Sydney McLaughlin's like hot.
I don't know who Sydney McLaughlin is.
Really? Look it
I
up.
have not been keeping up. I'm sorry.
Oh my God. I think the hottest athletes, male or female, gotta be beach volleyball.
Beach volleyball's up there. I feel like we not had this exact conversation on the podcast.
I have it weekly with somebody. I just go up to some dude in line at a coffee shop, beach volleyball players, right? He's like, yeah. Like,
and you're like, I'm recording this, by the way.
I'm like, what country? He's like, doesn't matter. Norway, Japan.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, babe.
You see they're going to have flag football in the next Olympics?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
See, this is kind of my problem with the Olympics. I think they've overexpanded. I think I just want to watch a bunch of athletic freaks run fast, jump high, maybe beat the shit out of each other. Here's skateboarding, gun shooting. I don't know, dude. What is this? Viva la Bam?
Well, here's the thing. It's going to be in America soon. It's going to be in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And I think the next Olympics, they should definitely have sports where it kind of tailors to the American populace. So there should be face slapping.
Face slap. Well, okay. Now I'm in.
All right.
That face slap shit is really satisfying to watch.
Beer pong.
Oh, baby. I got to start training now.
Hot dog eating competition.
Hot dog eating competition.
That should be in the Olympics.
A chicken wing competition.
What else should be an American pastime that should be in there? Oh, Walmart fighting.
Walmart fighting. That would be really good.
Just everyone gathers in a Walmart live, and you watch two people duke it out in the sporting goods section.
I would love that. They should have rodeo events too. I mean, why not? If we're gonna have skateboarding, handball, rodeo flag football.
What other American pastime should be in the new Olympics coming up?
I would say shooting, but we're clearly not good at that when it's organized.
Yeah. I mean, an event could break out into a shooting.
It could. That could very well.
I guess it's now this handball event. It's now a shooting event. Bowling. That's an American pastime.
It should be an Olympic sport. Again, if flag football, why no bowl?
Even the little ball.
Oh yeah, the little 10-pin.
10-pin bowling.
What do they call that?
That should be
candlestick bowling or whatever. I don't know. Pinball. Golden tee. Big buck hunter.
Big buck hunter. That should be in the Olympics.
How long before there is an e-sport event in the Olympics? Should be a Winter Olympics. Should be. But how long?
I don't know. Well, you think about the guys that did the pistol shooting.
Yeah.
What's the difference to that? And he just put he's just holding an orange gun and he's shooting at a deer.
He's shooting at an alien. Yeah. Or a deer. Yeah. Yeah. So what I'm saying, why not?
There you go.
Why not? Start training now, kids.
I think we're onto something.
I think we are.
I think that one day someone's gonna look back and then be like, remember those guys had a podcast? Where are those guys?
Yeah.
I think one quit, the other one got married or something.
Yeah, and the other one's serving time.
And didn't they call this? Didn't they say there was gonna be beer pong and Walmart fighting in the Olympics?
Yeah.
I mean, I tell you, if you saw Walmart fighting in the next 2028 Olympics, and I can't believe she punched her out while holding a baby. Oh my God. Gold medal for her and the baby.
She has to share the medal with the baby.
Oh, welcome to the Walmart fighting here at the 2028 Olympics.
She's throwing a bike.
And of course, America is sweeping. She's throwing a coffee. Whoa.
Whoa.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so
the Olympics.
The Olympics happening. Here's the thing too. As a single guy,
yes,
there's gonna be a lot of hot foreigners in town, huh?
Yeah, if I could work my way into the athletes' village, that'd be ideal.
There's gonna be some hot.
If I could just riz my way past security into the athletes' village.
This is the epitome of a guy who's like horny, but never gets laid. He's always adjusting himself. Like he's like, there's a lot of babes over there, huh? Like, what are you doing? Are you wearing a thong?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to know what's in my phone.
Hotties at 10, 12, 4, and 6 o'clock.
So everywhere? Yeah. But there, there's going to be a lot of, the most, how do I say it, human beings that are the epitome of athletic bodies and like peak human.
Sure.
Shape.
They're not gonna let me anywhere near these people.
And some of these people, after they have an event, they have the sense of relief, they have some drinks, they make poor decisions.
But I'm saying they're not gonna be at Birds, the bar in my neighborhood. They're gonna be at Olympic events that are only for other Olympians.
No, I'm telling you, they want to go out.
I'll send some DMs, see if anybody wants to find a good taco truck in Hollywood.
Yeah. So aside from that, I got a wedding coming up, obviously.
Yeah. How's the planning going? Have you chosen your tux?
No, but the ladies, she's going on her bachelorette party this weekend. I'm
going?
not having a bachelor.
You're not having a bachelor. This does not surprise me at all.
Yeah, I'm not a fun guy that way. I don't know why. I thought about it for a second.
I think this might actually be your bachelor party. This podcast.
This podcast, my bachelor party. Like, what are you gonna do for your bachelor party? I think me and Brent are gonna do a bonus episode. Wow. And you're gonna get drunk for it? Like, no. We're filming.
I'm not gonna start now.
Okay, look, this happened to me actually last week. So I'm 43 years old.
Mm-hmm.
How old are you? 38?
30, about to be 38, okay. 37 still
37.
As of this record.
1986. Okay. You're same age as my fiance. Maybe you should date her.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think I'm at that point now, and it's creeping. It happened fast, and I admitted to this to my girlfriend, and she laughed in my face. I think I'm in midlife crisis mode.
What are you gonna do?
Dude,
you start riding a motorcycle?
Dude, when I left the show last week, there was a sweet motorcycle in front of the bar.
There was. We saw it. We were talking about it.
And I looked at it. And I stared at it. And I don't know what this feeling is, but I can only compare it. When I looked at this motorcycle, it must be what like a woman who looks at like an NFL player thinks. Like, I'd love to ride that, but it'll kill me. That thing will kill me. That thing will hurt me. That's dangerous for my health. But I want I want to get on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Eddie, I think you're
I've been looking at like, should I get a tattoo at 44?
Whoa. Start with a tattoo before the motorcycle, if I could give you any advice.
But the tattoo is of the motorcycle.
Of a motorcycle. Yeah, get the tattoo. Just get the tattoo of a motorcycle. If you like looking at it every day.
And I think you could tell what kind of man I am. But when I told my girlfriend, like, this is the first, I said something like, listen, I think I'm going through my midlife crisis. She's like, what do you mean? For the first time in my life, I looked at a motorcycle and I said to myself,
I can ride that.
I can ride that. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then I looked and she laughed in my face. She's like, not what I expected you to say. I thought you were going to say shave your head or something.
Oh, shave your head? That's crazy.
Oh, I'm not giving up.
Go on. Yeah. This head of hair? Come on. He's not shaving that.
But I was like, and honestly, this sounds terrible because I'm all about the aesthetic. It's not even because it's a great A to B.
Mm-hmm.
It's not because it's fuel efficient. It's not even because I really appreciate the human ingenuity, the motor, the engine, the history. I just want to see someone watch. I just want someone to see me get off of it. Take off my helmet, just a white tee, some jeans, some engineer boots, just walk off and be like, hey. So
a motorcycle to you is just a very dangerous, expensive accessory for your outfit. Because I think we even talked about this when you saw it. You were like, dude, I got so many clothes that would look good on a motorcycle. And it's true.
Dude.
You look like you're straight out of the Bike Riders movie some days.
I mean, honestly, we could stop the podcast right now. We've accomplished everything we wanted. This is creeping in on me. It's almost like how women look at babies.
Yeah.
Women look at babies like, oh.
I know it's impractical and expensive.
Someone's just holding a baby, being like, That's how I look at like a leather jacket and a motorcycle. I'm just like, oh, I wish that was me.
Maybe if my schedule gets a little easier to manage, I can do.
How long?
Yeah. How old?
How old? 10 years? Wow.
Oh, that's a good age.
You're very lucky.
That's a good age.
Dude, so it all started. This has been creeping up on me. It all started with the leather jacket. I went to a store self-edge I go all the time. I just like trying on a leather jacket. Like, okay, this is kind of nice. It's a little heavy for Los Angeles, but nice. And like, and then you start looking at people wearing these leather jackets. You're like, but they're on bikes.
Yeah.
And then you're like, kind of sick.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. Then you see like, you're just looking up that Bike Riders movie. You see some Austin Butler pics of him hopping off a bike. And you're just like, how did he get his clothes off? Why does his clothes look all dusty like that? That's so cool. I want my clothes to look dusty. How do you do that?
Yeah.
See,
that's too good.
What I should be doing is like taking up tennis or something that's like great for your, you know, maybe learn to play piano or maybe learn a language. Hey, how about just really get in tune with the stock market and what's going on for my retirement?
That would be useful.
And then I told my girlfriend this, and then she laughed at me. And then she was like, kind of bargaining with me, being like, how about like a Porsche? I'm like,
that's not bad, you know?
How about like maybe like a nice convertible or something?
I guess a leather jacket would look pretty good coming out of a Porsche.
I need to hop off the bike.
Yeah, you get a Porsche with a convertible and then you jump in and out of the car. That's not, I mean, it's not the same, but
yeah,
it's not bad.
So this is where I'm at in my life where I'm like, I can't believe I'm looking at bikes like that.
So yeah, so if your midlife crisis is you started seeing a different version of yourself kind of based on how you dress as a cool motorcycle guy, I think my midlife crisis might be if I do the same thing that I like 44, I'll be like, maybe I should be a PE teacher.
You're just on Amazon looking at whistles. Like, give me a clipboard.
I'm just carrying a stopwatch around.
Stopwatch. Just like a stack of cones.
God, I'd love to have a stack of cones.
Just like you walking around with a t-shirt, white t-shirt, hat, whistle, glasses, some cones, setting up the cones on a field.
Honestly, sounds right.
Just waiting for some young men to walk by.
That sounds fucking right.
Let's see what you got. Come on.
Oh. And I'd push them, but not too hard.
Of course. I could see you being a coach.
Yeah.
You ever thought about that? Like a youth league or something, like a baseball thing?
Yeah.
Little league coach?
I coached a Legion team, which is like it was like before travel select baseball teams came around, it was like the highest level of youth baseball. And I didn't like getting yelled at by parents. I didn't like that. We got yelled at by a kid's mom and his older brother because we weren't playing him because he was a fucking liability all over the field. I swear. Like I'm sorry, the kid sucked.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to be a little league coach, but apparently you can't coach from 100 yards away.
Also, you have to wear the uniform, and then people would get confused because some of the kids are bigger than you.
Like, why are you all the way back there? Like, I have to be 100 yards away. It was a Listen, all right?
It's for everyone's best
interest.
interest.
It was hot. I took off my pants. I'm sorry. It was around these little leaguers. I thought I was wearing shorts.
It's unrelated.
You do one thing, and then you're just branded for the rest of your life.
See what climate change is doing to everyone?
You take off your pants in front of a bunch of little leaguers. Now you got a coach from 100 yards away.
Yeah, suddenly you're the absent coach.
Okay, whatever. See, I can never be a coach because I hate children.
Sure, yeah. Once Eddie referred to, he texted me about the child he was sitting next to on a plane. And I was like, how old is this kid? Is it like a baby or like a child? And he said, nonverbal.
A nonverbal child sat next to me. And it was quite quiet. I was like, this is a well-trained child. Kudos to you. Who trained this child?
You've trained your child well.
Yeah.
Does he come with a certificate? Is he bred?
Yeah, I just don't have that instinct in me. I remember distinctly, like whenever I was getting in a relationship, I've always told the person across from me on a first date, I don't want to get married, don't want to have kids. But in terms of marriage, I want someone to change my mind. I think if you go into it saying to yourself, if you go into a situation saying, I'm going to find my special person and it's in this room, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But if you're like, I'm open to finding somebody, if they're not here, that's great.
Yeah.
That's fine. But if they're here, great. I'm not going to shy away from it. I always felt like that's the way to approach a huge decision like that, where you're like, listen, I'm going to have an open mind if the person is the right person. But I'm not going to be like, where's the wife? Then you start settling and next thing you know, you're divorced. So I remember distinctly, I remember going on a first date with somebody and it was going really, really well. And I dropped that line every time. And for the most part, women are like, oh, okay, that's understandable. Or like, oh, I think maybe one day I'll have kids. Or maybe you get lucky and like, same. But this one woman, I said, I don't ever want to have kids. I remember, and the date was going great. And I remember her distinctly stopping eating, looking at me.
Like a record scratch.
Yeah, and then just looked me right in the face and said, that is extremely unattractive.
Boy, how'd the rest of the date go?
And I was like, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm dead inside. The sounds of children laughing are my worst sound. So
was there another date?
No, there was no other date. But at the same time, like, what am I going to do? Lie to her?
Yeah, I mean, I think you did. Clearly, you did the right thing, and frankly, she's not wrong. She could have put it in a kinder way, I'd say, but she's not wrong for pointing out this isn't going to work.
No,
I'm now disgusted by you.
I don't think I could have kids because I love sleeping in too much.
Yeah, sleeping in is really good.
I've been sleeping in for 20 years. There's no going back.
Do you set an alarm? You just wake up when you wake up?
Well, now the dog wakes me up at 7, so I let him out and then come back in. But I go right back to bed.
Yeah, it's the thing with the dog.
My last day job was July 6, 2003. 2006.
2003? Was that Home Depot?
2006, yeah, at the Home Depot.
Damn.
That was my last job.
Damn. 2006? Damn.
That was my last job. Now, granted,
that's sick, dude.
I was living in complete fear from 2006 till 2018.
Sure.
Of like, I'm in debt. I'm thinking I owe a lot of money.
Oh, to some bad guys.
What am I going to do? What am I going to, Visa?
Yeah.
I have a credit line. Like, oh, I hope I make money this month. I really need this gig. Like a lot. Every month was just this constant,
Yeah, it doesn't
worry.
Sound familiar at all to me.
No. But I will say, you find a way to find tranquility within the havoc that is your bank account, where you're like, you had this sort of blasé feel about it. Like, I'm not, if I worry about this, it will kill me and it'll never end.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to kind of like chip away at it. I said this to you once before when we were on the road. I was talking about like, I used to be broke for years, and I realized something. If you're up 10 grand or down 10 grand, you have the same mindset, same car, same apartment, same life.
Yeah.
You're just hoarding money instead of like, keeping money from overflowing into your credit. So, that was my last day job. So I've always been kind of scared, but like I would take a financial hit if it meant sleeping in.
Yeah, sleeping in is really
It's
good.
the best.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I have, I've got some jobs right now, but most of them I get to sleep in. Although I do have to get up early to work at the bakery one day a week, but
That's okay.
yeah, that's it. One day a week. It's fine.
That's fine. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not waking up at noon being like, oh, too many YouTube videos last night.
Yeah.
Oh, man, who did shoot JFK? I still have no answers. Oh, man.
Oh. You get YouTube hangovers.
Yeah, I get YouTube hangovers. I'm like 2 a.m. deep in a conspiracy on YouTube. Like, oh my God, Avril Lavigne did have a body double.
Katy Perry is John Benet Ramsey.
The president is a lizard. And then I wake up at like noon, like, oh man, I still don't have answers. Oh, what were you drinking last night? Information?
Yeah.
Drinking a lot of information.
You got to have a little bit of the hair of the dog that bit you. The only thing that gets you back to normal is watching some more YouTubes.
Yeah. So let me just
a light one.
Just get a flat earth video in there. And then
just a couple shorts about subterranean moles, and I'll be right as rain.
Some shorts about let me just get a Bigfoot short in there and let me get my day started.
Honey, if we're gonna go to Home Depot, I just gotta watch 1 or 2 shorts about what's really at the bottom of the ocean.
honey, just let me watch a couple 30-second videos about the Bermuda Triangle, and then we're going to get our day started, all right?
Just to straighten me out.
But I mean, if you look at it, like, I don't know if you've noticed this yet, but I'm a little sweating. But because we have our YouTube page for the podcast, which subscribe
and watch and tell your friends,
comment, get a notification bell. Sometimes I forget that I'm on that page. Mm-hmm. And you ever look at the viewing history?
I have, yeah. I've looked at the search history because I almost went in there to search how to kick a kickball, and then I was like, I don't want Eddie seeing that.
And I'm noticing, like, have you noticed how much I'm looking up at, like, what have you noticed I'm looking at?
I haven't really taken a good look at the watch
let me
history.
give you. Yeah, I'm looking at a lot of denim.
Yeah, that I did see. The
boots,
yeah, of course. Now motorcycles,
and then I noticed a couple of Mariner highlights got in there. Like.
I'll never tell.
Edgar Martinez highlight reel.
95 ALDS game 5. Makes me cry every time. Go on.
How to grow taller naturally. How to make homemade chicken wings like just like at the ballpark. Seriously, how to get taller.
How to get taller. How to make pants shorter.
If you get taller, what to do with your pants. It's like a related video. Oh, man. There's no way of getting taller unless you break your shins.
Yeah.
Just want to know.
That's an option.
I'm not prepared to do that.
You have to. I was talking to somebody about that the other day. You have to just like lay in a bed for months after that.
Months and months and months and months. Although I will say, we've talked about this before. I looked at one hair replacement surgery video for a second, and they're on me, man.
Yeah,
they're on me.
They're on
me. I'm getting like notifications from Kayak, and like, so do you need to go to Turkey?
Yeah, that's $400 round trip.
Turkey, Istanbul.
We know what you're doing.
You know where
We've got the stats. You're 43. You live in LA. You Googled hair replacement one time. We know what you're up to, dude. Let us help you. Help me help you.
We know where you're gonna go. This is a bit I've been trying to work on. Maybe actually, let's add this. Maybe we'll close out with a couple bits. So you're working on any bits, so we can workshop it out. But I've been trying to. The algorithm for all these social media sites, they're kind of like your grandparents. Mm-hmm. They think they know what you like, but they get it way off.
Yeah, they got the keywords right. Yeah,
but they're way off.
Yeah,
it's almost like you ever been around your grandparents at Christmas and you're like, what can I say? I like coffee. And then next thing you know, we're like, we got you a book on coffee. Mm-hmm. We got you a whole bunch of we know how much you love coffee. We got you a shirt that says, I love coffee. You said you love coffee once.
One time.
And now you're just bombarding me with like coffee stuff.
Or like when you're young and they're like, we got you a PlayStation game. And it's like, it's a snowboard island. You're like, oh, okay, thank you. You're right. I do like PlayStation games. But what the fuck is this shit?
I'm also working on a bit where I'm like, I tell the audience, like, hey guys, I just started taking Viagra. Not for the reason why you think. It's because to prevent me from rolling over at night.
That's dumb. I like it. It's dumb.
But just start taking.
I like it.
I take it right before bed so I don't roll over at night. So I don't fall off the bed at night. There you go.
Keep falling off the dang bed.
So wait, I'm taking Viagra before I go to sleep. Not for what you think. It's so I don't roll off the bed at night. There you go.
There you go. Perfect. Come to Totally. See it live. You want to hear my bit that I wrote down the other day that I don't know if it'll ever work, but I like it.
What are you working on?
It's you know how they say that like a lot of these political assassins have 3 names,
right?
Lee Harvey Oswald, John Wilkes Booth. I mean, not political, but Mark David Chapman.
And who was the kid that just did it?
It was Matthew David Crooks, I think.
Matthew David Crooks. Okay.
And now I'm wondering, do these people have 3 names, or did we, as a society, start using all 3 names after they did this? Because that's what you do when you want someone to know, Hey, you're in big trouble, mister.
Oh, someone who has that bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw someone have that.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I saw a comic who did that. Where it's just like it's almost like your mom getting mad at you. Like,
Oh, really?
John Wilkes Booth.
Well, son of a bitch. I
Sorry
was
to-
on to something.
Sorry,
Yeah.
but hey, that's why you're running by.
Yeah.
I'm actually.
Yeah, I'm glad I did it here and not,
Yeah.
on TV.
I'm oddly. I mean, obviously I've been a comic for a long time, but I have this sort of like. I think it comes from like baseball, because as a kid, the back of the baseball card was everything.
Mhm.
I remember like what Ricky Henderson, how many stolen bases Ricky Henderson had this year,
Yeah.
or how many hits this guy had this year. So you memorize these kind of weird. So I have this weird, very specific I can memorize
You remember
things,
bits.
but only that I'm really into.
Yeah.
Like people have photographic memories can remember everything all the time. It's actually an affliction.
Yeah,
It's
that
like
sounds awful.
I could just remember everything that happened on every day of the year, which is nor good or bad, because like there's some days you just don't want to remember.
Sure.
Like you don't want to remember the details of the worst day of your life.
No.
Like I can recount every
Yeah,
hour.
but you're gonna.
You're gonna. But with comedy, if you give me a bit, I could be like, some guy has a bit like that. I know it.
Okay,
I can
that's
recount,
good.
which is odd.
Good
So
to know.
always
I'm
run a
gonna
bit.
run everything by you from now on.
Always. Just give me a text in the middle of the night being like, hey, is this a bit? I'm
Is
like,
there anything?
that's why, but that's actually, it can actually be detrimental because you're constantly questioning yourself. Like, is this? So it's hard to be free.
Yeah.
But anyway, what time we're at? Oh, we're at 102. I had a good time.
I had a great time.
Hey, thanks so much for being part of this episode of Oh Hell Yeah. Do us a favor, everybody. Subscribe to this podcast on Apple Podcasts /iTunes, or follow it on Spotify if you're listening. But if you're watching at this point, subscribe to the podcast.
Subscribe to the dang
The
podcast.
algo recommends it, but you might as well subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment, tell us your favorite part of the episode. We put shorts out every single week.
Eat our shorts.
Eat our shorts. Totally Comedy Show every single Wednesday at Bar Lubitsch. Also, San Diego, Mic Drop, October 25th. Me, Brent, another friend of ours, Jeff, is going to be on the show as well. And some
Shout
other
out to
tour dates coming up
Jeff.
soon. Have a good week. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.